here's a good one. I can show an example. So here you can see this is the main branch. It comes off on the same spot, but on either side. The same spot on either side.
Okay.
And then out of each of these buds is going to come a stem with 5 leaflets. It's considered 1 leaf, but to an untrained eye, it looks like 5 leaves on a stem. They also have like pretty furrowed, uniform bark, whereas in an oak tree, you're going to see kind of squares. You're going to see deeper in and out, and this is a pretty uniform, kind of stripy with some diamonds in there. As they get bigger, those stay uniform, but they get further apart. So other things you're looking for from afar is crown die off. So the top of the tree is going to be dead, and then they'll be surrounded by green.
Okay.
You're going to see epicormal shoots, which basically another name for it is a water shoot, but it is suckers coming from the base of the tree or coming directly from the trunk. It kind of looks like on this shooting branch, to these younger branches going up, kind of looks like that, but more straight from the main parts of the tree. Surprisingly, we don't have a lot of suckers on these ones. I think that's a big thing about park maintenance. They're going to get brush cut, they're going to get mowed over, trampled, broken off. But then up closer, you'll see what they call bark cracks.
Okay.
None really indicative on this tree. But it kind of looks, it starts a bit like this, a little smaller, but then they'll start to get much bigger. And sometimes you can even see through that bark split and you'll see their gallery. What a gallery is where the one larvae lives and eats its way in an S-shaped pattern. Once it's done that, so it's eating the living tissue between the bark and the trunk, the inner part of the tree. That's the yummy stuff. For most boring bugs, they want that living tissue on the and I'm forgetting the name of it. It's where the xylem flows. It's where the yummy sugary juices are. So you'll see an S-shaped gallery behind a crack like this, and then woodpecker are another great indicator. There's a lot of woodpecker holes all over, not necessarily in a line. This is going to be a sap sucker.
Okay.
They go in a line, but a woodpecker will chip away a hole here, chip away a hole here.
Trying to get to the bugs.
Yeah, they want that larvae. Larvae are what they're after. If only we could breed woodpeckers, right? But so woodpecker holes, bark splits and cracks, epicormal shoots, crown die off, and then the number one, we have a positive for sure. This has infested is a D-shaped exit hole. That's where the adult has pupated from larval form into a small, about the size of a grain of rice, green beetle. It's a darker green, and we do have green boring beetles that are native. But you can Google that and see the difference. They're pretty stark, and they're quite a bit smaller than a lot of our natives. And I did find one an exit hole it's not quite, I would not call it a positive ID, but it's kind of an example of what you're going to see versus a native borer. I have to re-find it because they disappear quickly. So this is a pretty tiny hole, and sometimes you can only see it from one angle, but there is kind of a flat edge and a curved top, and that's just about the right size for one of these beetles to exit. Again, I wouldn't say this is a positive, but it's when you're seeing native borers come out, it's almost a perfect circle, and this is not. This has this kind of flat edge on the bottom. Yeah, this is the closest one I've seen on this tree.